So ladies and gentlemen, Mike Goodall's just told us that he's asked everybody to turn their phones off. If I could just, a little bit of housekeeping if you could please. So good afternoon everyone, welcome to the Europa Hotel Belfast, the opening press conference of the return of the Jackal, Carl Frampton, Andres Gutierrez. Now I know I can speak for Barry, Carl and all the team at Cyclone Promotions. It's wonderful to be back amongst friends after 2 years, 5 months and 4 world title contests with a homecoming event where it all started here in Belfast, Northern Ireland. And on behalf of the team, it's always a magnificent turnout, so on behalf of the team, thank you all for taking the time out of your day to be here with us here this afternoon. Thank you all. So ladies and gentlemen, the date has been speculated for some time on social media, and last Wednesday Carl Frampton tweeted July the 29th, keep it free, I can't wait to box at home. So the boxing world's been buzzing, waiting to hear of the Jackal's next move. Carl Frampton returns to the Jackal's Den, now known as the SSE Arena Belfast, and what a return it will be. Frampton versus Gutierrez pits two of the best featherweights in the world against each other in this official eliminator for the WBC Featherweight World Crown. The 2016 Ring Magazine and Boxing Writers Association of America Fighter of the Year, Carl Frampton is one of the most popular boxers, not only in the UK and Ireland, but across the world. Carl didn't want an easy comeback fight following his close decision loss to 3-weight world champion Leo Santa Cruz in January, and in this man at the table, Andres Gutierrez, he faces one of the most avoided featherweights in the world. Andres Gutierrez from Guadalajara, Mexico, 35 wins, 25 KOs, only 1 defeat, 1 draw. The former WBC silver super bantamweight champion, and an out-and-out, all-action pressure fighter. So the scene is set for one of the most exciting featherweight contests of the year, and the thing you'll want to know about, when do I get the tickets? Tickets are on sale tomorrow, 10 AM. Prices, £40, £75, £115, and VIP inner ringside start from $250 in booking fees. Available, as we said, from tomorrow, 10 AM. Available from ssearenabelfast.com and ticketmaster.ie. Phone numbers are up there on the screen. So in attendance at the table, we have the chairman of Cyclone Promotions. A very warm welcome to world champion Barry McGUIGAN. We have, at the far end, we have from Team Gutierrez, who's going to be doing the translating for us, which please welcome to Belfast, Jorge Rodriguez. And next to Jorge, at the very end of the table, because we've swapped it around a little bit, we have Gutierrez coach, the brother of legendary former world champion Marco Antonio Barrera. Again, please welcome to Belfast, Jorge Barrera. Sitting right next to me, ladies and gentlemen, world champion trainer, Mr. Shane McGuigan. To Barry McGuigan's left, we have our visitor for the evening, WBC Top 10 contender. Give him a very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Belfast, Andres Gutierrez. And a man who now needs no introduction the world over, he's going to get one anyway, former 3-time 2-weight world champion Carl the Jackal Frampton. So ladies and gentlemen, let's have the thoughts on this matchup, the Jackal's homecoming, from the man who has been in his corner and at his side since his first pro contest 8 years ago, almost to the day. Hall of Fame world champion, Mr. Billy McGUIGAN.
Very much looking forward to this fight. We wanted Carl to have a serious test, and we certainly have got that in Andres Gutierrez. This guy is a no-nonsense, all-out attacking fighter with a tremendous punch, and he is just a whirlwind. He never leaves you alone. We felt that Carl needed an opponent like that to get him back to his sharp best, and we certainly believe that that's going to happen. And the fans are going to be really excited about this fight because it's going to be action-packed from start to finish. It's great to be back in Belfast. It's great to see so many people here, and I can't wait for it to happen. We're going to have a bumper undercard as well. So thank you very much for turning out, and look forward to the night itself. It's going to be spectacular.
Thank you, Barry. We normally go to the trainers, but this man is dying to speak to the Jackal Army. It's been 2 years and 5 months since you've been in a boxing ring in your hometown. How do you feel about July the 29th?
I'm excited. First of all, thanks everyone for coming out. I'm very excited to be boxing at home again. I believe that my best performances are when I box at home. I think a lot of people were expecting that this fight was going to be at Windsor Park. I was hoping that it would be at Windsor Park, but it wasn't to be this time for a few reasons. But hopefully, my dream is to fight at Windsor Park, and I want to do that at some point in time. But the Odyssey is where I believe my best performance in my career has been against Chris Avalos. I think that the atmosphere in there can't be replicated anywhere else. When you go outside, sometimes you lose the noise into the sky. But the atmosphere in the Odyssey is something that is just spectacular, and I can't wait to get going again. I wanted to fight at home, but I wanted a hard fight. I didn't feel I didn't want to mug the fans off and go in against a nobody. I wanted a tough fight. I know that I'll need to be at my best. And if I'm not at my best, I may lose this fight. So I'm up for it, I'm training hard, and I'm excited about going. And again, just thanks for everyone for turning out. Can't wait.
So thank you, Carl. Let's turn to our visitor on the 29th and his interpreter, Jorge Rodriguez. So Andres Gutierrez, WBC top 10 contender, one of the most avoided featherweights in the world. You're coming in against a two-weight world champion. Both of you, only one loss on your career. How do you feel about coming to Belfast?
Buenas tardes a todos. Primero que nada,
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for being here.
muchas gracias por la oportunidad que me están brindando. Nosotros sabemos que es una pelea dura, complicada, pero estamos haciendo un gran campamento. Tenemos la edad, tengo las ganas. La verdad, yo la pelea que perdí, yo sentí que la gané. Estoy listo. Estamos preparándonos con mi profesor Jorge Barrera para dar un gran espectáculo y ganar.
I've got ready with my new manager, Mr. Jorge Gutierrez. I'm ready for this fight. I know I have lost one fight, but I feel like I won that fight, and I will give my best. I'm going to give you a great show here in Belfast, and I'm going to give all of me. I've been training really, really hard for this opportunity, and I won't leave people disappointed.
Estoy contento de venir aquí. Es la primera vez que salimos tan lejos de México, pero estoy contento, la verdad. Es un reto para mí. Este reto lo vamos a superar. Muchas gracias.
This is a big challenge for me. It's the first time I've been so far from home for a fight, but this challenge, I'm going to give my best. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to defeat Frampton, and I'm going to give you a good fight to watch.
Andrew, can we just ask you just a couple more things? What you see here today is very unusual for a press conference in this country and indeed in other parts of the world. You will be facing 50 or 60 times this number of very vocal, very hostile Carl Frampton fans. Will that have any bearing on your performance?
Oh yeah!
Pues no voy a pelear con toda la gente, no voy a pelear con Frampton.
I don't want to fight with everyone here, I just want to fight Frampton.
Good answer, thank you, Andres. Right, we'll turn to world-class trainer of quite a few world champions, but we're talking about this one here. Let's hear a bit from Shane McGUIGAN. Shane, your thoughts on the fight?
It's a good fight. It's an exciting fight. Clash of styles. I feel like Gutierrez is a hard puncher, big featherweight. He looks very big today, and I feel like there's something that Carl needed. He needed that test to get himself hungry again. You know, he's been in 2 back-to-back fights with Santa Cruz, and you know, when you prepare for someone twice, and then when you're looking to prepare for someone the third time, you mentally get a little bit stale. So you know, getting in a young hungry guy, he's only 23 years of age, lots of knockouts. He had 1 defeat against McGUIGAN, which I thought was controversial. I thought he won that. So he's practically unbeaten, and Carl's got to be on his A game to win and get himself back up to those elite fights.
Thanks, Shane. And let's turn to the very end of the table, to the trainer of Andres Gutierrez, brother of world champion, the legend Marco Antonio Barrera. It's Jorge Barrera. Jorge, how much do you know about Carl Frampton's style, and what can your man do in the ring?
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Estamos muy contentos de estar aquí con ustedes en la conferencia. Es la primera pelea que voy a trabajar con Andrés. En cuanto a mí me llamaron, me puse a ver videos del señor Carl Frampton y creo que Andrés tiene condiciones para dar una gran pelea.
This is my first time with Andres. As soon as I know I was going to fight against Carl Frampton, I started watching videos of him, learning all his techniques, and trying to train Andres at his best to defeat Frampton.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to open up. Unfortunately, we've got so many of the public here, we will need to restrict our questions to the press row at the front, and I'm hoping that Barry is going to help me out here. Barry, if you put your hand out and look towards Barry, Barry will point you out for questions. So, press questions, ladies, gentlemen.
David? Yeah.
Carl, what is it you've missed so much about fighting Carl Frampton?
The atmosphere, really. The whole buzz around the city on Fight Week. I think it's great. And it's just something special about Belfast. It's like it's a proper fight city. I think it's the best fight city in the world. You know, my last 4 fights have been away from home. Obviously, the Quake fight that needed a big arena. Then I went to America in Texas, and then I had the 2 fights with Santa Cruz. But I've been desperately wanting to get back home, and I'm just glad I'm here. I believe this is where I put in my best performances at home.
How disappointed are you that Santa Cruz didn't live up to his promise? Was there at any point you thought he was going to?
Yeah, I don't know. I was initially after the fight, after he beat me. You know, what he was saying before the fight, definitely coming. It kind of changed quickly. But I understand why he didn't come. He's just won the title. The money he's been getting paid in the States, it needed to be on a pay-per-view show, and there wasn't a pay-per-view date available in the summer. So to pay Santa Cruz the money that he's earning in the States, it needed to be pay-per-view, and we just couldn't do that. There was no dates available for a pay-per-view event. I was disappointed he didn't come, but look, it's one each between us, and I'm hoping again that fight will happen at some point. But I need to get by Andres Gutierrez first, and that's a really difficult fight. So I'm completely focused on one man, and that isn't Leo Santa Cruz.
Does this fight open the door for the fight with Russell? You've obviously dealt with Santa Cruz, and Selby was an option, there wasn't an option. Yeah. Is this giving Carl another option?
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea, first of all, was to keep Carl active, keep him sharp, and to put him in against a live opponent. And this guy, as Craig mentioned, nobody wants to fight Andres Gutierrez. He beat Christian Mijares and didn't get the decision. It's as simple as that. So as far as I'm concerned, he's unbeaten. He's a big, strong, attacking fighter, and I wanted people to see Carl at his best. And he's at his best when somebody comes to get him. And we are going to have a riveting fight on the 29th of July, I promise you. So it's going to be a great fight. And your initial question was?
Gary Russell.
Gary Russell, yes. It opens up the doors. You know, there's Selby, who kind of led us a little bit up the garden path, saying that he was available when he wasn't. In fact, he had a mandatory. So that's that out of the way. Santa Cruz is fighting Mares in early September. And we've got this guy. This guy's a serious challenge to us. And that's all we're focused on. All we're focused on. Just get a shot in his back, get a win, and then we're back out again in the autumn for hopefully a big showdown with Santa Cruz. Yes, David?
It's been frustrating now just trying to get in the club because his car stature, especially at home, which is difficult to get away with you.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hell of a fighter. You know, nobody wants to fight him because he's a very dangerous fighter. He's one of the elite fighters of the world. Forget the fact that he lost marginally to Leo Santa Cruz. He's still one of the elite fighters in the world at the moment, one of the pound for pound best. So we need to keep him busy. We need to keep him active. We need to give. He said, "I want to come back to Belfast. I want to come back to Belfast." So we've honoured that, and we're here. And you never know, this might be the last time you see him in Belfast, because of the nature of the size of these fights and the amount of money that has to be generated to put them on. We've got 3 months in the summertime. If we're lucky, we have got good weather in that period of time. And so most of these big fights have got to be in arenas that have the capacity to take 15,000, 20,000 people. And unfortunately, we don't have that in this island. But we do have it in the UK, and so the Santa Cruz fight, all being well on the 29th, could happen in Glasgow, Birmingham, Manchester, London.
Gentlemen, any more press questions?
Yes, Shane, just in terms of the time frame, I'm sure you've been aware of the calling longer than today, but is it difficult to prepare a relatively short phase of time for the other days and from around, or is this the type of fight that you want for that?
No, tactically, you kind of start brushing up on tactics the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks, but so we're in that time frame. We knew we were going to fight around. So he's been in the gym. He's looking a lot lighter than when he came in, and starting to get his features back. And yeah, I mean, look, we're cracking away, and I think Gutierrez is going to be a good fight for him.
Any other questions, guys?
Well, can
I just say one thing? Sorry, Craig. I understand there's going to be a lot of people are going to miss out on tickets because this is the Odyssey and not Windsor or an outdoor venue. I'm extremely disappointed for the people. I wanted this to be in a big arena, but it just wasn't to be this time. I desperately want to fight at Windsor Park at some time in the future. That's what I want to do, and I think the team are working closely for people that do miss out on tickets to maybe try and erect a big screen somewhere in the city centre for fans to watch. So I know there's people who travel, and people have travelled to New York and Las Vegas, and I have a loyal fan base here. It's just unfortunate that some people are going to miss out on tickets. But there's nothing we can do about it this time, and I apologise.
time zone or something like that?
Yeah, we'll be working on that. We're already working on that. So we want everybody to get the chance to see the fight. And we'll be releasing the TV details in the next couple of weeks.
Right, well, can I just reiterate what we said about tickets?
Greg, Eamon Carr just wants to ask.
Go on, Eamon, sorry.
Just a question for Roger. How aware were you in Mexico of Carl's progress? And did you have to think twice before taking this fight?
No, la verdad no la pensé. No pensé en pelear con Carl Frampton. Es una oportunidad que yo quiero, es la oportunidad que estoy esperando. Entonces esta oportunidad no la voy a desaprovechar. Y la verdad ya estoy ansioso por subirme al ring.
No, I was really looking forward for this fight. I always wanted to fight Carl Frampton. I was never afraid to agree with the fight. I was always committed to it.
I think another thing, I think that Leo Santa Cruz, I think that he didn't want to fight Andres Gutierrez when he was at super bantamweight. That's the story that I'm hearing. He didn't want to have anything to do with him. So this guy is an avoided fighter. I was actually close to fighting Andres Gutierrez at one point when I fought in El Paso, and the performance I had that night, maybe if I had fought him, who knows what would have happened. But look, it's happening now. I think both of us have improved since then, and it's just going to make for an even better fight.
Well, can I just reiterate the tickets? As we said, tickets are on sale tomorrow, 10 AM, available from the ssearenabelfast.com website and ticketmaster.ie website. You've got two numbers on the big screen there. I'm not going to read them out. You can see them, take a wee photograph of them. Ticket prices from £40, $75, $115, and VIP inner ringside packages start from $250 plus booking fees. So that's tomorrow morning at 10 AM. Thank you to Andre, to Jorge and the team for coming over to Belfast, and we will see you on Fight Week. Thank you to Carl, to Shane, and to Barry. We're going to leave the last word to Barry, but before we do so, I'm just going to tell you what's going to happen. As soon as we've finished here, we're going to drop the tables, we will have the photo opportunity, and then we will have the one-on-one head-to-heads with the, or one-on-ones with the press for the boxers. So our last word, ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. Barry McGUIGAN.
Thank you, Greg. First of all, it's great to be back in Belfast, and it's great to see so many of you guys here. You have been incredible supporters of Carl's over the years, and we want to make you all happy and proud of this kid, because he's an exceptional talent. And when he goes, you might not see the like of him again for a long time. So we want you to come along and watch him on the 29th. I know you'll pack the place out and you'll make it really atmospheric. So thank you for turning out today, and we'll see you on the 29th.